sync clap. That was a brilliant sync clap. Go on.
Honestly, no. The friction was there.
So, what's your name?
Kieran Kennedy.
Middle name to that?
Michael James.
So, your full name for the piece.
Kieran Michael James Kennedy. Do you want
Yeah.
any else of my personal details? Like where I live, what my bank account is?
Right. Now, I've got to ask, how'd you get into music?
Well, poor little me, year 9, year 8 all. I heard music for the first time.
Tall, was it?
I was literally about this tall. That's what, 5 foot, probably not even that. Yeah, I heard music first time. I actually listened to music out of my own consent. The first time I was like, oh, that sounds sick. I was hearing just like that sort of stuff. And then I was like, I might as well try it. So I started lessons, and now here I am, 5 years later.
Well, what would you say the biggest gig is that you've ever done?
Bobo show this year. Yeah, has to be.
So that was your biggest gig?
Yeah.
Sitting outside on an outside stage. Did it start raining?
No. Surprised it was forecasted, but it never rained.
Oh.
Which is good.
What would you say the biggest gig that you got this year is? Maybe this month?
This month? Oh, I've got a gig coming up. The end of this month, the last week before we break up. I'd say it's pretty big. Good music sorted. Yeah.
What would you say the best song you played at any of these gigs was?
Ooh.
Crazy Train up there?
What's up there? I'd say the reggae piece that we made up in the first gig was pretty good.
Would you say your composition from that gig was up there?
What, the first gig?
No, the second.
It was alright.
Actually, the third one.
Yeah, that has to be the best. I completely forgot about that.
How did you forget about that? I had those videos sitting on my phone for about a year coming up now.
Yeah, good song.
I'm just hearing you smack the drums.
Best part of the song, though, isn't it?
I mean, yeah.
Exactly. I would have chosen those words carefully myself.
About what sort of music you're on about? What sort of music do you listen to?
Do I listen to? Let me have a goose in my playlist real quick, and I'll give a brief like overview. So, rock is one of them. D&B, or for those slow-minded people out there, drum and bass. Country is pretty good, and reggae.
You've just called a very large portion of my audience slow.
Yeah, that's fine. They might be slow. You gotta accommodate.
And then dropped your phone on the floor with a force that could shake the microphone and the light stands.
It's fine.
I've interviewed the wrong person. I've absolutely...
It was your choice.
It was my choice. It was a bad one.
There was T's and C's that did apply, and you clearly didn't read the small print.
Excuse me?
That was...
There were no T's and C's to this. Right. Cut to his back and track. Just cut to his back and track. I can't be bothered with this anymore. Now, your piece, what are you doing for your gig?
Just covers of tracks.
What would be the main one you're doing?
Main one is not main song.
Main song?
Probably Caravel by Greta Van Fleet. The hardest one, in my opinion, would be that Greta Van Fleet track.
Right, so if you are to fail that track, what would you say?
Fuck.
What would be the problems for failing that track, though? How easy is it to fail?
Pretty easy. I would be so devastated if I failed.
What would that be soul crushing to you?
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe something you could have done before on a different song? We both remember what happened during Crazy Train.
We moved past.
Alright, roll Crazy Train footage of him failing.
No, it's not that I missed. I went to go like this, but like that, but my stick caught the edge, and I usually have a loose grip. So when the stick caught the edge, it just flung it out my hand. It just literally went. I've never wanted to kill myself so hard. But I recovered.
So if you fail, you've got to recover, but of course you've just left a massive strain on everyone else to
They're
try
good.
and pick up your pieces.
No, they're good musicians, so it shouldn't deviate too much. Well, no, it's just the chemistry, really. If we've run through it multiple times, 'cause we do run through it every day, mostly, well, every day we're in college. We like sort of gather like chemistry around it, if you know what I'm trying to say.